Welcome back to Super Sentai Review, episode number 212. This was discussing, actually 213, excuse me. This actually is discussing episodes 20 to 23. 20 and 22 is the part 2 and part 3 of a two-parter that debuts the key Geki power. Episode, now, 20 of course expands upon basically the three that showed up at the end of episode 19. Which, by the way, their names are Garen Yen, Michelle Peng, and Pao Bao. Gory Yen, who is the gorilla, he is named after Donnie Yen. Yes. You're thinking, Donnie Yen, that name sounds familiar. Wasn't he in Star Wars? Yes, he was. He was the blind, Force believer from that movie. Yep. Now, Michelle Prong was named after, get this, the person who just won the award for Best Actress, Michelle Yeoh. Yep, that's who she's named after. As for Pian Bio, the gazelle, he is named after, his name is based upon Yao Bao. Another Hong Kong actor. I'm not familiar with him, except he just apparently is a sort of a brother to Jackie Chan. At first, basically, the joke was when they first met the Gekirangers that Jan thought he was a cow. He's like, no, gazelle. So they had to go through these special training in order to contain their key mode. Usually special claws are given. Jan takes on the gorilla. And his challenge? Stacking coins sideways, not flat, sideways on top of each other. And he just gives up because he has no idea what the heck he's doing. The second round is basically a skateboarding match between the penguin and Ran. But at first, basically, Ran doesn't do it well. And then she tries again, and she's able to win thanks to the advice from Ritsu. And the match is declared a draw. The next one is basically Ritsu versus the Gazelle. In a fight to snatch a bandana in the middle of a football field. No, I'm not kidding about that. They fight in the middle of a football field that's also covered in water. Yep, it's a pretty good battle, and of course Ritsu obviously wins thanks to some remembering what exactly he's fighting for. Takes the bandana, and then eventually as the battle's over, they give him the claws, and he takes off his bandana he had, the yellow bandana he had in his arm. So, then of course they have the rematch with Ryu, who basically has decided to start up, basically I think a little early, it had been 3 days, so the cat is brought there, chained up, and Ryu... In 21, they have their fight with Ryu, where well, first, of course, they think they can't lock their catchy mode just yet. That is until Jim reminds he wants to protect people, and then he transforms into the super mode, which is basically like the all white look with a little bit of red. Also, they can fly in this mode. Yep, and the Air 2 can too. After free, of course, they destroy the two bodyguards on the ground. And of course, they go giant size thanks to Melly telling. And of course, they go for the cat, and of course, Melly requesting help from the Air 2. Then they go giant size, and of course, they debut the brand new Megazord, which is Geki Fire, which is combined in the form of a gorilla, a gazelle, and a penguin who rides a snowboard. Yep, a freaking snowboard. And then, of course, then they have all their Zords they have at this point in time, all 9 Zords. And it would look like they destroyed both of them, but Leon one survives, and then eventually Leon was destroyed by the end. Rio, of course, they couldn't accept his loss very well, so he decides to bring back the last fiend. Bring back the Miku, who has a power similar to the Koki. So they have this, and that's kind of the B plot. The main plot is like getting the organ, the living organ. Apparently Sharky-chan, he had it, and then he lost it in a tidal wave. Yes, lost the tidal wave. Somehow, some way he lost it. And somehow it ended up in the hands of a rich girl, which apparently she had it. And then, of course, they had to basically go to these, trying to press to get the thing. So, Ritsu tries to draw for her. She's not pressed by it. Take her out to the restaurant for food. A restaurant she's been before. And apparently she's infatuated by Jan for some reason. Because he's a guy who doesn't like money. So, puts some nice clothes, and of course shows him various things in that park. Not really impressed. And then she sees him transform, and of course goes to Zord mode. She basically witnesses all this. Though the organism was taken from her, and of course Jen, like, oh, maybe he lost the chance to get the thing. No, he actually chose correctly. And here's the thing about this woman. She appears for this one episode, and she never appears ever again. She could have a potential love interest for Jan. That would have been quite nice. Nope, drop after one episode. Yep, and then the end of the episode, he's revived, and then we see the debut of a mysterious character who will become, like, of course they mentioned, because of course getting stronger, and of course the guy gets revived in the episode, the Miku of the Earth. Like, oh, we got to add a new member. We kind of show off who it is, and he looks like Ritsu. And then we show off him we see later on the next episode, he's in wolf mode. And this episode is also the debut of a brand new villain for the series. I'll get to him. So we have this porcupine who turns Ran into a delinquent, and causes a ruckus, even going to a place where Miku has been before. And apparently Miku used to be the leader of this gang, and they're like, oh crap, it's a legendary Miku. And of course they run away, and then after writing a heart, and eventually she's able to cure herself thanks to reminding herself that she's actually the heart. And of course they like being scolded, and later on they no, we don't like being scolded. But meanwhile though, like, despite that, of course Ryu decides to fight him. Of course Miku doesn't like the fact he's sitting in his seat, so he's like, fight me, I want my spot. Yes, seriously, that's his whole motivation for this. Fighting Ryu, or training him. And of course where he loses, but Ryu really wants that power. And then of course Bell doesn't like him very much, so let's walk around the place. And then we see a mysterious human in the place. Who is this guy? His name is Long, and he'll become an important character to this series. He's an important character. How he's an important character? Not going to spoil that just yet. These are really good episodes. Well, the episode does not end there, but we do see, Ritsu see somebody, see the wolf, the guy in wolf mode, he transforms back to human, and he calls him Gao. Well, he first says Nissan, basically big brother. Yeah, this guy is Ritsu's brother. We'll get more about that in episode 24. Yep. But yeah, these are 4 really good episodes. Can't wait to discuss more. Right now, as of right now, this has not changed. I'm not going to do the rest of the series after the 25 until after I finish up with the anime stuff. I have 12 more to go. Yep. But next video is 2 comic corners, and then maybe go back to it. But I'm also going to do 4 anime. Okay, next video. Bye.